NextEra Energy, the best energy stock. This is StockerFinance. I'm your host, David Scheuer, twitter.com/StockerFinance for more. We also have a new newsletter. Go subscribe. The link will be below. We have the first email coming out at the beginning of next month. So anyways, guys, if you haven't heard of NEE, that is the ticker symbol for NextEra Energy. It's a really interesting company I've been following for some time. And it's experienced some rapid growth. It has a market cap of $164.23 billion. It's currently the largest energy utility company in the United States and possibly the world. On top of that is a PE ratio of 56.55, a dividend of 1.67, a 52-week high, which is currently just below at $87.69, currently trading at $83.83 as of recording this video, with a 52-week low, which is significantly above of $43.70. Now, I don't mean to brag, but 2 months ago I made a video on this, and it's up by a whopping 10% since that video. And, well, the bigger question here is, why is it increasing? Why is the stock price reacting the way it is? What is the company doing to justify this increase in its share price? And, well, it's actually had some great financial highlights as of its last quarterly report. It achieved adjusted earnings per share of $2.31, which is up 10.5% from the year prior, deployed more than $14 billion in capital, which is the largest capital program in this company's history. Over the past 10 years, they've delivered compound annual growth in adjusted EPS of 8%, which is the highest among all top 10 power companies, who have achieved, on average, less than 3% over the same period. And on the right, you can see a little chart of their total shareholder return on 1 year and 3 year as well. Those are some awesome highlights. Now let's go ahead and look at the Gulf Power execution summary. Remember that this company has a lot of subsidiaries, so it is a holding company. We can go ahead and look at this. They have reduction in the power, 50% improvement, 17% CAGR there, 20% reduction in their emission rate, etc., etc. Nice little summary here. If we go ahead and look at their Florida Power and Light results as well, which is one of the companies or one of their subsidiaries that I've really been watching, and one of the ones that I find more interesting just based off what's happening in Florida with their economy and the population growth, where they had immense growth from 2019 to 2020 in net income. They grew from $400 million to $502 million, and in EPS they grew from 20 cents to 25 cents. On the full year, and that was just for that quarter, by the way, for the full year they grew from $2.334 billion to $2.650 billion, and an EPS of $1.20 to $1.35, which is excellent growth there as well. So FPL's full year contribution to EPS increased 15 cents. That's awesome. If we go ahead and look at some other stuff here, regulatory capital deployed grew about 11% as well, from 36.4 to 40.3. We also already looked at this, but EPS growth as well. Now let's look at the Florida economy here. And this is one thing that I think is super interesting. Because NEE owns the Florida Power and Light Company, the better the Florida economy does, the better that company does. The more utilities that they, the more utility bills they collect, the more people need electricity and energy, etc. And, well, if we go ahead and look at this, you can see that Florida building permits continue to increase. Florida consumer sentiment has continued to recover slightly from the coronavirus crash there, continuing to increase there. We see Florida unemployment and labor participation rates increasing as well. Same with the retail sales index making a comeback there, which is nice. If we go ahead and look at the Florida population, is continuing to rapidly increase. We see California starting to slightly level off, but Texas and Florida continue to surge, which is really interesting. Now, another thing here, and I think this article really sums it up well, just what is the opportunity for this company? It's becoming a fairly expensive company, being priced in with a pretty high PE ratio for just an energy company. So why is it being priced like this? Well, it has a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity ahead of it. And it's really, really interesting what it's doing, getting in with battery storage and technology, renewable energies. Here is a statement from their CEO from the last earnings call that I think is really interesting. He said, "NextEra Energy remains well-positioned to capitalize on the disruptive forces reshaping our industry, which have expanded and accelerated over the past 2 years, even beyond what we had anticipated. The combination of low-cost renewables with low-cost storage in the form of batteries today and hydrogen in the longer term has substantially increased the total addressable market for NextEra Energy." Essentially, it's saying the opportunity. "We now believe that a substantial and economic decarbonization of electricity, transportation, and industrial sectors is possible, which represents the potential investment opportunity of trillions of dollars in the coming decades." And that's a really good point there. Now, I'm not the hugest fan of hydrogen necessarily, especially with vehicles, but I think it's really interesting what they're doing, and it is definitely a massive opportunity, especially with their wind sector and their battery storage sector. And they plan to expand the United States storage capacity by a significant amount over the next few years. Sorry for stumbling my words there. Anyways, thanks for watching. I know this was a very short video. I just wanted to get this out there about NEE. It's a really interesting company. If you want a more in-depth analysis, you can check out some of my previous videos on NEE, NextEra Energy. But anyways, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Check out these videos as well. Twitter.com/StockerFinance for more. There's also a newsletter link below. If you want to subscribe to that, you get some really good information. Anyways, this is StockerFinance. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.